Hey guys, TekGeekHD here again with another video, and today I have yet another one of these channel updates where I talk face to face to you guys and tell you guys what's going on with the channel and what's coming up soon. So anyway, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the videos that are going to be coming up on this channel, and I know that's honestly that is probably the main topic of these videos that I cover almost every time. But today I wanted to go over a little something called Project Android. Now a lot of you have probably been on my channel page, and if you have, you've probably seen up there in the channel banner, I actually have a little picture of a Google Nexus 4 with a little jelly bean icon on it, and it says launching Project Android. Now a lot of you who don't actually know about this is that I'm actually switching to Android as my main mobile platform. Now I have been using iOS devices ever since iOS 2.2.1 or the iPhone 3G. I use the 3G, 3GS, 4, 4S, and not the 5, and let me tell you why. I was constantly bored of Apple's iOS operating system. In the last couple of years, it has grown pretty stale on me, and I wanted to try out a new experience, and I saw how well Android had been growing ever since I believe Ice Cream Sandwich, ICS 4.0, Android 4.0. It got my attention. So kind of like that meme online these days, you irked my curiosity, but now you have my attention. I genuinely loved the Android experience, the customizability, the functionality, and it wasn't the clunky thing that I was used to on other friends' phones. They had these really crappy, like, slow animations. Angry Birds was one of the things I always used to compare to, like on my 3GS and my friends like Samsung Galaxy something. I don't remember what phone it was, but my animations were so smooth, it was like I was actually pulling down on the bird, letting it go, and it flew away. Whereas on his Android phone, there were like skipped frames and things like that, and that was my initial opinion of Android, that it was a clunky, jittery operating system. But I genuinely have started liking it, and which is why I have picked up a Google Nexus 4. Now we'll be getting it on the 24th of June 2013 this month, Monday, for all those of you who are in the same time zone as me. I'm plus 5:30 GMT. But I will have my Google Nexus 4 unboxing coming up soon, once I get the phone, of course, as well as a hands-on video, a review, etc. I have a case coming in with it, a stylus, a bunch of stuff. So that's Project Android explained. Now, what I also wanted to talk to you guys about was iOS 7. Now, for the week that WWDC went on, E3, Sony announced the PS4, Xbox 360, the new Xbox 360, the Xbox One. All these announcements were going on. OS 10 Mavericks. I missed a lot of stuff. I was away from the internet for a week, but I got back and I caught up on everything. And iOS 7 is something I'm honestly truly in love with. I really love what they did with iOS 7. I'll admit that I'm not too fond of one or two of the icons that they created, but otherwise it seems like a very, very nice operating system overhaul to me. It's something that a lot of people were waiting for, and it's finally here. It may disappoint some people because it's not a complete redesign, but it's more of a simplification and clutter reduction, and as Johnny Ive put it, they brought order to chaos and just made it functional but not difficult to use, not confusing. It's simple but functional, and it seemed that's basically the only two words I can use to describe iOS 7, and I'm a really big fan of it, and that left me wondering, well, I should be making iOS videos as well. And that was what I got started on YouTube with. That's always been my passion. I love Apple products. I use a Mac. I've always been using an iPhone. I'm a huge fan of the iPod Touch line, and that's kind of what got me into Apple, actually, their design and their functionality, but their simplicity. So what I decided was I'm going to pick up an iPhone 5. Now this will happen as and when the finances are available. I'm actually quite a bit short of picking up a new iPhone 5. Now a lot of you may be confused. I mean, it's like $200. No, over here I stay in India, and there's no like contract plans that you can get from your service provider. So all the phones you have to buy have to be carrier unlocked, and as you guys may know, $750 unlocked, and it's even more over here in India. There's import taxes, there's customs, there's duty to bring those products into India, and it goes well above $900 for even the basic 16 gigabyte factory unlocked model. Now while I'm going to have to pay that amount eventually whenever I pick up this phone, and I know that it seems ludicrous that we're paying that much for a phone like that, but I think it's worth it, and a lot of people do. I mean, there's lots of people over here that use iPhone 5s. My dad uses the 32 gigabyte white iPhone 5, and he loves it. So that's that. And then let's see. I also want to let you guys know on how I'm going to be purchasing my iPhones. Now, a lot of you may know that Apple releases phones on a 2-year cycle. And when I say 2-year cycle, it doesn't mean they release one phone every year, but they released one complete redesigned phone every 2 years. For example, there was the iPhone 3G and the 3GS. There was a minor specification bump, but the design stayed the same. And then they completely redesigned it and got the iPhone 4. Then in turn from the 4 to the 4S, again, minor specification bump or internals bump, but the design stayed basically entirely the same. And I think that's what's going to happen with the 5 to the 5S. I don't think we're going to see an iPhone 6 this year. We're going to see an iPhone 5S, which is why I decided to buy the iPhone 5, because I also want to make jailbreak videos, and it's going to be easier to jailbreak a device that already exists on the market and has for a fairly long amount of time. So what I'm going to be doing is picking up the non-S models of the iPhone after this point. So the iPhone 5, I'm going to skip the 5S, get the iPhone 6, skip the 6S, get the 7, and as long as Apple continues that chain of releasing iPhones. Now this video is going to probably sound really stupid if they actually come out with an iPhone 6 this year, but looking at Apple's current track record, I don't really think that's going to be happening anytime soon, because they already did a huge redesign with the iPhone 5. They put in a bigger screen. It's the first time it's ever happened since the first iPhone, and they've changed a whole lot. I mean, it's a great phone. Besides for the first generation iPhone, it's also the first phone or the first iPhone with a two-tone back. It uses aluminum as well as glass rather than just a single piece of glass like the iPhone 4 and 4S, or a single piece of plastic like the iPhone 3G and 3GS. Now anyway guys, that does kind of conclude this video. There's not too much more I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, if you find it helpful or informative or anything, or it just gave you an idea of what you can expect on this channel coming up soon, please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really does show me that you guys enjoyed it and that you guys support me. And for more videos like these, as well as other unboxings, reviews, tutorials, and much more, please do remember to subscribe. Anyway guys, I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.